Hello, and welcome to the final game here tonight at the NACL Season 2. I'm Egan, and joining me here is Studio for a rematch of Cognitive Gaming taking on LMQ for their second time tonight. So, hopefully we'll see not too snowballed the game this time and maybe be a little bit more even. But we're in picks and bans, so let's take it away.
And in case you're wondering why this game is happening now instead of later, to accommodate the teams, make sure that they can actually play all these games, we have to make sure the schedules match up, and this is the best spot for these games to happen for LMQ and Cognitive to play each other. So they do have to play each other twice in one night. We'll see if Cognitive have learned from that first game, which, if you didn't watch, that was a sub-20 victory for LMQ. New record here at the NACL Season 2 for victory. So congrats to LMQ for taking that record, but Cognitive, they got to have a plan now. Hopefully, during their break, they had a chance to think out what they want to pick, as they don't have any bans because they're using 2 unrostered substitutes.
All right, and the first ban, give me Pantheon. I think we're going to see Kassadin unless they want to somehow bait it out and take it away. I don't think I've ever seen iBUYPOWER play Kassadin before, but, you know, there's a first time for everything, and pretty much I think every mid laner is born to know how to play Kassadin.
Well, we didn't see it game 1. And LMQ with the first pick, they had first pick Kassadin as an option, did not pick it up themselves. But I don't think iBUYPOWER actually plays that much cast, so if he passes it up, this not only gives Kassadin to LMQ, this gives Kassadin with the extra picked LMQ. So they can pick Kassadin and something to really back him up if they want to focus on that.
All right, and looks like Sivir away from single drop there being Thien Chow. And what could possibly be the last ban here? What would they not want to deal with?
My guess is nothing.
Nothing?
Because they did that last time. They went 2 bans and then just stopped.
They do not care.
They're scared of Pantheon. They're scared of Sivir. Everything else, it's fair game to them. And even though they might ban a third pick now because they are second pick, so they might want to ban out something that they're really scared of. But as far as I can tell,
Okay. He doesn't really count as a ban anymore. He's just kind of like always there. He's always going to be in that black box forever until, you know, the weird changes coming to him. He gets the shields and his ult scales off mana.
Stuff like that.
I don't know.
Like, Kassadin's one of those champions where he is underpowered for like a day until people figure him out. It's like, wait, he is
now
still
I stack
broken.
6 tiers, and my ultimate does 1 billion damage, and I never run out of mana. Oh my god.
Like, a year from now, we'll be like, Kassadin is on permaban, but instead of building a tier of the goddess, you have to rush a Warmog. So, like, that's a new build.
6 Rod of Ages, you know, whatever.
I've seen that, but that build works as
yes, it's really funny.
Still effective.
Mobility boots.
Boots? Oh, no. 6 Rod of Ages, Kassadin. You go 6 Rod of Ages. It's not great, but if you have 6
what
Rod of Ages
Tomer do you
farm,
get? Scrying Lens?
Yeah, Scrying Lens, so you can snipe people out, catch them in the jungle. But
all right.
Renekton first pick for IKNU. Don't think we're seeing Singed again because he probably won't cut the minion wave at 2 minutes.
He could do it with Renekton if he really wanted to.
Yeah, but people don't do it at 2 minutes. He might, but most people don't.
You never know. But looks like that's going to be the significant pick for IKNU. Ackerman, the Renekton god, looking to see what he wants to pick up to counter that. Probably going to be Shyvana or possible Mundo, but Elise was the pickup for No Name. Well, they're going to look to lock in Vasili's choice for that Caitlyn in the bot lane, and there it goes.
Yeah, Caitlyn, a solid pick overall. Always that reliable bot lane for LMQ. It lets him push, it lets him harass. Vasily is someone who is very effective at auto-attack harassing with Caitlyn, which sounds kind of odd that like it's kind of a base thing Caitlyn does, but when you really apply that pressure, it makes it so every CS that enemy laner tries to get, there's a really good chance, you know, almost 100% chance they'll get harassed down by Vasily, which means laning becomes incredibly difficult as your wave is also getting pushed up towards your turret.
All right, and what are we going to see from the next 2 picks here from Inori and iBUYPOWER? No Pantheon, there's Wukong. There's, what else is actually not too bad? I guess at least we can see some counter juggling from the Lee Sin. Wukong wouldn't be too bad.
Vi is not the best 1v1 versus Elise. We might see Vi for ganks, but I would hope for Elise in, just
Master
because
Yi.
It's fun to watch. Master Yi, you kill with Spiderlings. Yeah, there you go. Effective.
Yeah, you capitalize the 20 gold and 4 Spiderlings, Alpha Striking.
Never go for the kill, just go for the Spiderlings and get out.
20 gold always worth, but it looks like possibly Body Drop going to be able to get that Thresh for the support role, and I think they should lock in their ADC. Yeah, there we go. So Lucian, Thien Chow, pretty strong lineup down there. But there's still the possibility for Leona, Annie on the side of LMQ. Oh, Lulu actually slipped through. Oh,
what?
Okay. They're like, who can I swap with has this champion or something like that? But there we go.
They're playing with fire with that one. That could have ended very, very poorly.
Lulu Thresh.
Cognitive. It's like, great, you have the Lulu Thresh. I guess it's Lulu mid now. Congrats on me. I hope you wanted that lane.
It's actually Lulu top and Renekton mid. Just throw him for a loop.
Yeah, hey, that worked versus Cassin and Pick, sort of.
Yeah.
As we've seen in the past.
Yeah, Renekton mid actually works against Gragas too. It's not too bad if they do pick up that.
Yeah, he's actually really caster oriented, so he's not the worst mid laner. It's kind of fun to watch. He just isn't the most effective immediately afterwards. Like you can't, like, you have to go in and dive, and if you go for a damage build, you're just gonna die. Annie is picked up for LMQ for that support role. Lee Sin gonna be locked in now. Now, if they do lock in the Lee Sin, this would imply it's Lee Sin top.
That's
or
pretty
at least
cool.
top.
Could also be at least in mid. That's something that's possible.
It shows up every now and
It's
then.
unlikely.
It's not common, but it does. It can work very
Are they going to throw us for a loop with a fun pick here?
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. It could be also Elise in jungle and Elise goes top or mid.
Yes.
That's possible as well. Could be Annie mid, Elise top, the jungle Elise in, and then they pick up another support. I'm ready. I'm down.
Theoretically, we only know where one champion is going, and that is Caitlyn. And even then, let's be honest, they could put
top.
Caitlyn mid, Caitlyn top. I would expect that one like least of all, but hey, who knows?
That'd be pretty fun, man. Maybe they're like, all right, after that last game, take it a little bit lighter.
I mean, Caitlyn mid, that used to be the thing you do.
That was the best thing.
You put Caitlyn mid, the enemy can't really match that up because of her range, and you just push in and harass either the mid or 2v2 mid lane. Now, the question is going to be, who are the final two picks? For Cognitive, this is a very solid lineup that doesn't really reveal anything.
I like the Evelyn for Nori. That's one of his most played champions. And the mid Lulu for iBUYPOWER. Something that'd be pretty fun.
It's going to be nice and safe. Very, very safe versus this lineup. Of course, Evelyn, the question I have is there anyone to really shut down the jungle? Elise can be effective, but I would not expect Elise to really hunt down for that counter gank.
Lee Sin, though, could. I'm telling you, if this Elise goes somewhere else, and that's jungle Lee Sin, that's going to be a little bit of a rough time for Nori.
I mean, it's fun watching this because Cognitive have to play the same guessing game we have to, which is where do these champions actually go? Which is a great question with probably pretty standard answers. The question is, what is more standard? At least top lane, at least in jungle, or at least in jungle, at least top lane. I think at least in top lane, it can actually work versus Renekton quite well, but
you
at
have
least
kind of
not
snowball
so much.
it.
Yeah, and that's when we used to see it a lot from Zion Spartan. That was most common, at least in top laner.
Yeah, here we go, Ravenous Hydra, split push all day. You couldn't really deal with him, and it's going to be LeBlanc mid for Wei Zhao. And where's that Lee Sin?
Okay,
he's going to swap with Ackerman.
go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
All right, no longer Caitlyn top. Damn.
The dream, teleport Caitlyn up top with Flash. That'd be pretty fun. Teleports down, snipes you. Just
teleports down for the ace null, goes back to base, goes back to top, farms some more. That would actually be awesome to watch.
It's like one of the Ashe arrows with teleport. Those were pretty fun back in the day. But it looks like the lineups are done. They're no more swapping around. No top Elise, sadly. But that's pretty much going to be it for the loading screen. Not for the loading screen, but the picks and bans. So pretty solid lineups from both sides. We'll see how the Renekton plays against Elise up top. It could go either way, depending on jungle ganks, obviously. But we're going to go into a quick commercial break. We're going to shout out our sponsors, though, before we go. So you can check out down below all three. You got to see Loot Crate, $13, 37 cents a month. Get a nice little crate delivered to your door of the latest gamer geek swag apparel. They have a interesting Titan theme crate for this month, so you can check that out. It's got Attack on Titan and Titanfall incorporated, so it's pretty interesting. So go look it up, research. It's pretty fun. And then there's Phoenix Peripherals for a nice visit to their site. You get to see some of the best mice, keyboards, headsets, and mouse pads that are available on the market. So they're really good. Check them out. And also this LoL class.
Yeah, LoL class is a really, really cool way to get in touch with some LCS pros. It'll be you and a small class of your peers that will go ahead, have some cool interaction with a pro. They will stream, show you the basics, the extremes, all the ins and outs of their favorite champions. For example, we've had Hotshot GG teaching LeBlanc. The One has shown how to jungle Pantheon recently, and there's lots of cool interactive classes. So check out LoL Class. It's affordable, it's very interactive, and it's a great way to learn some of your favorite champions. But with that, we've got Cognitive going up against LMQ round 2. Cognitive this time on the blue side, repping the Elite, or repping the Evelyn, and of course LMQ repping the top lane Lee Sin. So we'll go ahead and see how that pans out here at the North American Challenger League.
Hello, and welcome to the final game of tonight. Here it's going to be Cognitive taking on LMQ in their rematch. As you know, scheduling provided, we had to put them again tonight, so hopefully we'll see a better game. But I am EGAD, and joining me here is Studio to take you onto the Rift.
And onto the Rift, we might see a level 1 invade coming out from LMQ.
Oh.
Yeah, they're grouped up for it.
That could be very interesting. They might run into Tian Chao.
Let's go ahead. Let me check that up. Yeah, Annie is building up her stun.
Uh-oh.
Has it available. So can't go for the flash stun. Of course, the block chains, if they are leveled up to level 1.
They might run into Tian Chao here. Here comes the Annie to lead the charge and single drop.
They can catch him with the flash, maybe.
No,
just out of range.
That's a big resource to blow on a first blood. But they're gonna still charge through here. They might actually be able to hit him with the Sonic Wave. Resonating Strike in, though. You're going to see the Death Sentence. They're going to turn on to Ackerman now as the Ignite's going down. He's going to die. Actually, that when they force a flash out of the Enchalo, they're going to flash forward. It's going to be first blood away Zhao. His clone is taking the turret, but Renekton will pick up the response kill. Caitlyn going in big, trying to pick up any more damage on anybody she can. There's the pull over Peacemaker. Oh, not enough. But they trade 1 for 1. First blood over to Wei Zhao, but the counter kill over to iKenny in that top lane. Oh, Death Sentence connects. Oh.
He could have gone for it, but it would have been
no one else was there.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Thresh on his own, and Thresh, of course, doesn't have the best base damage, though it is 80 runes being run by Body Drop for that extra bit of harass. The question of the day is, who used more resources?
Let's see.
All right. Flash and Flash burned by Wei Zhao. Flash Ignite burned by Moore. Some potions were used. Those are the biggest deal. And, of course, the Flash used by Nori and Flash Berry used by single drop, body drop with the Ignite. So a little even, and of course a little bit more gold going towards LMQ as they get the first blood. Question is, who will convert that into more gold first? I think that iKenny getting that first blood top lane is a bigger deal than Wei Zhao getting that first blood mid lane, because Renekton could do very well versus Lee Sin. As Lee Sin, you need to snowball that lane very hard, especially because Ackerman doesn't have Ignite. So that lane is very scary now.
All right. So no Death Sentence to connect out there in the bot lane. And I'm surprised we're not seeing Doran's Blade start here, as, you know, Renekton loves to trade, and Lee Sin not really the best at dealing with that. And we're seeing Tian Chao get poked out already. That facility pressure on that Caitlyn just going to be big. And also, Wei Zhao getting first blood, he got the earlier level 2, so that's going to be pretty annoying for iBUYPOWER to deal with.
If there's any champion that can survive that level 2, though, it's going to be Lulu, who already has a shield, has a glitter lance as well, so she'll be able to survive decently.
A little bit of trade going on back down there. And Death Sentence connects into the Vasily. They do know he has no flash. He still has barrier. He's looking to trade it back out. Stun comes in from Moore, though. They're going to chase this one down. Puts over Peacemaker. Auto attack. And a 9 caliber net to disengage, but Vasily is not done. He's going to run back in. Body going to flash, flay forward, auto attack, and pick up the kill. But Moore, with the Disintegrate, will pick up the counter kill, as that'll be a 2 for none in favor of LMQ in that bot lane. I mean, 2 for 1, excuse me, in favor of LMQ in that bot lane. And look at a little bit of trade up top. iKenny eats a turret shot, though, for his troubles. And if you didn't notice, Spell Thief's Edge was picked up there by Moore, as he was using that in the bot lane to trade out and get that extra gold.
Oh, yeah, Spell Thief's Edge. That is the new trendy item. It's actually Evelyn in the mid lane.
All right, Distortion's down for a little bit longer. We see the help picks and the glitter lance come through. Auto attack getting laden. Oh, the cocoon stops the auto attack. No Name gonna chase this one down. Repel back on top. No, maybe gonna disengage from this one. Nori's still full HP. Does a ton of damage. Glitter lance comes out, does not connect. Well, the chain goes down from Elise. She flashes forward. Neurotoxin Spiderling to pick up the kill. Now who are they gonna turn on? And Nori's gonna try to chase him back to turret. Can he pick up the kill? He can pick up the counter kill. That's this 1 for 1 jungler for mid. And interesting play there by LMQ. I don't know. I think that was a suicide mission from No Name.
I mean, he almost made it out, kind of, sort of, except Elise does have the red buff, at least with Evelyn with too much chase. All these E names, they're going to destroy me, especially because Evelyn and Elise kind of, they're both blue junglers right now. Bluish.
A blue spider, weird.
Yeah. So, with these trades all across the map, LMQ is definitely taking favor in terms of the bot lane. In the mid lane, that's a different question, though, because Lulu gets the extra assist. Wei Zhao still had to go back to base. So it's still pretty even in that mid lane, but the minion wave going to benefit Wei Zhao a little bit more. As it's pushing towards him, more minions got denied in favor of Wei Zhao, who's going to have a little bit more gold, a little bit more CS to pick up in the mid lane. Top lane, Ackerman having some trouble versus Renekton. This is what you expect. He just doesn't have good options. Because how do you 1v1 versus Renekton early on? He does too much damage. He has too much burst. He has too much ways to all in and chase. And Lee Sin can juke, he can duck, he can dive. But it doesn't really matter until he gets a lot of lifesteal. And that is the normal Lee Sin build. You build a Ravenous Hydra, a Bloodthirster, and keep trading.
Death Sentence is connected. They see a Nori on the side. Cocoon comes out from No Name, but does not connect. And with no skills connecting. There's nothing to follow up on. Ackerman, though, having a bit of a rough time up top, taking down about half HP. And it looks like, is Ackerman maxing Safeguard first?
This would be the normal Lee Sin build. Yes.
All right, cool.
You max it for the lifesteal, and of course the shield to survive harasses.
Take two. Stun goes into the body drop. Cocoon chained as well. He gets ignited. He's going to drop, and No Name will pick up the kill. As it looks like single drop. Going to be the next target out here. More chasing forward, leading it up, trying to get the stun out. Does get it onto the end child. He's going to pop the barrier in response. Vasily duels him out, kills him with a 90 caliber. Now the minions, though, in response, pick that one up. While Nori picks up 2 kills down there to help them out. And they trade 2 for 2 in a 3v2. So that's actually pretty good for Cognitive.
Yeah, completely even across the map. Teleport making his top lane. Ackerman just trying to survive in the lane. We'll go ahead. Duel it out versus Renekton right now. Has a pickaxe, but just look at the trade. Look at the efficiency with the damage Renekton deals. He has no damage items, still took Ackerman to half HP with a little bit of help from the minions. And Ackerman doesn't have any, like, how's he going to respond to that? He can toss a Resonating Strike, but Renekton has better sustain right now and isn't dependent on lifesteal auto attacks.
Just sustain for days with the Safeguard Iron Wall combination with the pickaxe. It amplifies that, and he's able to sustain a little bit more. But we'll see. While NACL whimsying Wei Zhao in front of the turret, so he couldn't follow up any further with the ethereal chain there. So nice job to mitigate some of the damage, but still getting bursted out.
It's still getting chunked out quite a bit. Wei Zhao almost level 6, and if NACL hits level 6 late, which he's bound to with how these trades have gone, then this could be dangerous as, Distortion does not connect. No silence procs. NACL will be A-okay with that trade. Now taking the lead in terms of HP.
Biodrop looking for that awkward angle hook. We do have Ackerman getting stunned up top. Here comes Nori to follow up, though, and even with that Ravage there, I'm not looking for a turret dive. Maybe they are. Here we go.
Safeguard's about to fall off. Now's the time.
Pops the ultimate. A good kick there, as well as responsive to a Nori. Is he going to go in? No Resonating Strike to follow up that Sonic Wave. And Crisis averted. Ackerman handling himself pretty well in that 2v1.
I mean, he angled himself right around the turret properly to land that Dragon's Rage into a Nori. That's something very difficult to do, to aim a Lee Sin kick, because you're not just aiming versus one target. You're not aiming just one skill. You have to aim a moving champion who can juke at any point to the wrong direction. And because we saw Evelynn top lane, good response from LMQ to go ahead, take that dragon out of the river, out of the game, give themselves a little bit more gold until it respawns, and at the 13 or so minute mark. This is pretty standard play. If one champion, one jungler goes top, you respond with a dragon yourself. And if the jungler who went top did not get anything out of it, it's an incredibly bad trade. It's super inefficient.
Oh boy. And with that, Ackerman gonna be looking good right now. He's still actually keeping up in CS. He's actually a little bit ahead. That kill just puts Iconio just a little bit over him. And the big wave down bot can be cleared out very easily by Lucian Thresh. While Wei Zhao and NACL are just going at it in the mid lane. Wei Zhao with a bit of a CS lead on that LeBlanc, not really letting the poke get to him.
He's doing quite well dodging out. Nori, though, in a lot of danger, is fast, but is he fast enough?
Oh, he's going to try to run away here. Flashes Destin and stops Vasily in his tracks. The stun coming in from Annie was used a little bit earlier on. But now that he's level 6, he's got Tibbers available. And it looks like they might not be done with this invid. They might be looking to scout a Nori out, who kind of hanging around his golems might get caught out there. While Wei Zhao does get the tether in onto NACL. We're going to look to see the chase go through, all the auto attacks connecting. And instead of chasing a Nori, they steal his red buff as a consolation prize.
And a really, really efficient trade, because what's a Nori going to do? If he sees him in the bush, his ultimate's already down. He uses it to escape. He does have his escape available. Actually, NACL can take a lot of damage.
Wow, that rotation coming in. The 3-man gank in from bot lane into that mid lane.
What makes it even funnier for NACL is he expects ganks mid lane, but not from that angle. So you can see he has a ward in the river, but that's a ward in the river brush, which will not see into his own jungle like that. And he was completely exposed, not expecting that angle. Which, unfortunately, they both had been gone for such a long time. It should have been, they should have possibly seen it coming, but it's also risky to just deny yourself experience in that way, and just by playing too safely. Top lane, though, Ackerman CSing decently. There's a huge wave, so he's behind, but probably not by that much.
Destin is on a more. We have Nori here as well. He's going to take the Lantern in. Ignite gets dropped. Nori picks up the kill. The Culling not going to be able to secure one for himself down there, and Vasily just nets on out. He gets out just fine. He actually had a burnt flash, too, so that's a big summoner down. Could look for another hook gank with the Lantern pull into a Nori, but either way, Cognitive.
They've got some clean plays.
Yeah.
That was a really standard, really crisp Thresh gank. You use Thresh's Lantern to bring in the jungler like that, and if you land a Death Sense, there is no escape from it, unless you are someone like a Kassadin.
Yeah,
Ackerman's going for this.
Red buff, Tempest Cripple, going to kite out the ultimate.
Once Resonating strikes back up, he can go for this kill. He can take this, especially if based out Cole the Meek.
We'll see. He could slice and dice away too from iKenyu, but I think they're just going to go back to CSing, and with that ultimate down, we could see a gank from No Name, who is actually going to chase down Inori, who gets blown up by Double Sigil and Distortion. No chain connects though, sadly, so Inori will be able to get away from that, while Ackerman, doing what you said earlier, going to be chasing down him. Oh, forcing out the flash for the Sonic Wave there. That would have definitely killed him, like you said, so good job to Kenny to stay alive from that wave.
Yeah, that was going to be the Ackerman. That would be a Lee Sin kill combo there, where you land a Resonating Strike, use Dragon's Rage for the damage, and that makes you execute that much more deadly on Lee Sin. Fortunately, could not connect it. But hey, he blew a flash. He's now surviving in lane. That Vampiric Scepter is really what keeps him in the lane, because he now has passive sustain. And when he procs that Safeguard combo, let's see if he does it now. He's going to get an incredible amount of lifesteal per attack, probably about 40 to 50 HP at this point. Maybe a little bit less.
Could make trading with Renekton a little bit easier for him, and he actually should have quite a bit of gold. He hasn't gone back anytime soon, from what I've seen. Oh, he's got 900, so still working on that Ravenous Hydra. Well, iBUYPOWER going to get double sigled, chunked out, and forced to use his potion once again. He has Biscuits actually going too, so gets a little bit of extra health on activation and mana. Trying to sustain through that burst damage, but with a needlessly large rod already for Wei Zhao, that damage is immense.
Yeah, this is great CSing from Wei Zhao, and Lulu unfortunately doesn't have the Athenes quite yet, and he needs that magic resist, and he also needs to sustain himself. If he can whimsy Wei Zhao and shield himself as the distortion comes in, and it is a long enough spell where he can get that off reliably, he can survive the burst, but the problem is that burst still goes through the shield. It still chunks him down bit by bit.
Look at No Name, waiting in the wings. He's waiting for them to overextend, but Inori walks into a trap.
Oh, that trap might actually backfire, because that means Inori won't go aggressive now, because he's been spotted out.
Gets it chained. Pops the signal too. He got both signals popped there, so a ton of damage coming through. Either way, we have the Cullen getting activated here. This is going to be a 3-man gank onto Body Drop, stunned up, cocooned up, and most likely going to go down here. They're going to give it to Vasily. There it is. Headshot proc too from the brush. So a little bit of an overextend there from Body Drop now, as with scaring away Inori, that just pretty much secured that was going to happen.
Yeah. They could have tried to play defensively. Unfortunately, the bush that name was in was being ported, and approaching that bush would have still been dead. Top lane, though, Ackerman and iKenyu going for the duel.
I don't think he wants to duel him in the Dominus form there, so backs out again. Inori, though, pops the ultimate, hit both of them at that point. Vasily going to get chased out, while Tibbers, they turn on a single drop. He'll get taken down, while Vasily falls over to Inori, who is now 1v1ing more, who's trying to kite around that trap, but Inori positioning perfectly. Stun comes through, though, from Annie. Spider Link from No Name picks up the kill, and that is an AP Annie, too. You do not mess with that. Sorcerer's Shoes, I forget what the upgrade from the Frostfang. There we go. The upgrade from the Spell Thief's Edge there. And now he's got an Ice Queen's Claim, and we'll have that active. A bunch of extra gold in from that one. Ackerman shoving it in. iKenyu, though, but taking a bunch of turret damage. Roll out dive on a Bio Drop again. Going to get caught out there and taken down. Ignite gets dropped, and Wei Zhao will pick up that kill, putting him at 1-4-2, unfortunately. Now, iBUYPOWER, though, alone in the mid lane, does get a bunch of damage onto this turret and actually might be able to take it.
It will be one objective at the cost of kills across the map in favor of LMQ, or just tearing the lanes to bits. Constant aggression from No Name in the bot lane. And this happens a lot, especially with less experienced duo lanes. They leave themselves open a bit too much, because the difference between competitive warding and solo queue warding is you can get by with a lot more in solo queue. You can get away with so many silly things, so many just kind of outrageous ganks, and not get punished for it. The thing is, No Name's ready for it. No Name knows they're going to be playing a little bit more aggressively than a standard bot lane would. And that's why Body Drop keeps walking forward and dying, because he's not used to that really aggressive jungler. So it's unfortunate, but hey, you know, it's a good learning experience for Cognitive. This is definitely a good team to learn against, because you will lose, but you might lose, but you'll lose in a way that will teach us something new every time.
Like, don't overextend as a support with no wards in river.
And don't cut Lane Singed at the 0-second mark.
Oh, jeez, yeah. That was,
I'm not dropping that one. That was
a nightmare.
That was too funny.
All right.
But Dragon is being taken down now by LMQ. They've got the map control, both bot turret down, good ward coverage.
Ooh, they got it.
There we go, finally.
But they might get flaked out here, so they have to choose carefully where they run.
Should be able to escape this with Lulu's speed buff and Evelyn's as well.
All right, we do see an exchange up top once again. Safeguarding through a lot of that damage. This is the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike. Sees Tempest Cripple to slow him down. He'll probably end up just shielding underneath the turret, or just iKenyu won't even dive him. So nice play to come in. Wei Zhao runs into single drop, and there it is. One combo to take him down.
Single drop with the appropriate name, as he was the only one dropped in that exchange. And that's actually kind of like a death sentence name. I would not want that name, because I feel that's too much prediction.
Oh, jeez. But I don't know. Single drop and body drop in the same lane. They've hit the floor 9 times together, but only picking up 2 kills in that process. So having a bit of a rough time, especially against these no-name ganks. They've been all over the place and well-timed.
He is ready for them. He's waiting for them. He will just show up in lane. Essentially, the second Inori is not on the map for a good 10 seconds, No Name is ready to go bot lane, because that's probably where he's going to show up. Inori, though, 4-2-1, he's going to be the big hope, the big savior for a Cognitive. Because NACL is playing more of a support-style mid. He can do some damage. Inori, if he can get, into a sustained fight with the help of a shield and Lulu ultimate, maybe he can survive to really burst someone down and then do that surprisingly high Evelyn sustained damage.
But he's not really doing too much damage. It looks like he's going for a Banshee's Veil in the second item. Death Sentence thrown out there by Body Drop. Does not connect. Need a few more autos. The 2-man timbers come through. iBUYPOWER gets blown up before he can even Giant Growth. Body Drop hits the floor again, and that's a double kill. Over to No Name, while it looks like Wei Zhao gonna single drop him again. Flash over the wall. Inori chases after this one. Gets the spikes for the kill. Shutdown. 500 gold. A flash? I don't know what flash that was. Coming in. Oh, that was Ackerman chasing down Inori. And we'll see if he can hit the Sonic Wave. He does. Turns around with the ulti, though. And it's going to be a coup into the Sonic Wave resonating strike for the cleanup kill there. As it's a 4-for-1 trading Wei Zhao for those other members of Cognitive. Stun comes in. You could eat a little bit of poke, but that should be a tier 2 turret in LMQ's favor. And interesting fight by them.
Yeah, I can't you the only survivor of that fight. Everyone else in the team going down a 1-for-4 with Inori just going for that last chase into Wei Zhao. And this is such a snowbally team just because LeBlanc can easily pick off anybody right now. Even iCanyu, because he can actually silence the Dominus. Ultimate used by iBUYPOWER. Ackerman has no hope. There goes a death sentence. There goes that Lee Sin.
That's good. That's actually pretty good. They gave the kill over to Lucian, too. So with that single drop, we'll be able to pick up some items. He's probably, it was like the 400 gold kill. That's not too bad, but
he's about 1,200 gold behind Caitlyn for how this game is going.
That's
actually not that bad. Yeah, he's doing okay. The problem is there's a lot of he's doing okay in the face of the circumstances, which means that it's still really not that great for Cognitive Gaming right now. Across the map, all the lanes for LMQ are ahead, but there's not like a massive 3,000, 4,000 gold lead outside of the mid lane where it's about a 2k gold lead in favor of Wei Zhao, as Wei Zhao has just been all across the map. It's not even iBUYPOWER dying to him necessarily.
Here we go. Never mind. He's probably going to clear out the whole wave there. He's got his Hydra already. Forcing out the ultimate. Inori's there in the back, waiting to go and gets kicked out instantly, saying, no, Inori, you go back there.
And of course, Inori doesn't have the ultimate up, so could not proc it, could not go for that initiation. They're going to catch up Vasily here, but I think Vasily might be setting the trap for them.
Oh, God, Inori gets blown up there by Ackerman and Vasily's damage. They're going to chase down here. We do see Lulu, though. Gets the hell pick, slows both of them with the clear lance there. Vasily's chasing after this one, though. Hits the bolt over Peacemaker. Gonna look to see the flash over the wall from No Name. Two-man timbers comes in, and that is something that Moore loves to do. And now single drop, not single drop, body drop gets connected. And he does get the death sentence. The Calling's gonna chase this one down. Wei Zhao gonna block up some of those shots, but the flash forward from single drop gets the kill in a 2v1 situation. He goes 1-for-1, and that's gonna smell like Baron over to LMQ as they made it 4-for-1 across the map.
You gotta give really mad props to Wei Zhao for that escape. He did blow the flash from single drop just by body blocking the Calling, like you said, with an illusion, which honestly, that's difficult to do just because it takes that brief second to recognize which one is real, which one is your own illusion. And with that Baron going down, I mean, it's been some good fights from Cognitive, but LMQ are ready to just split push this.
They look better in this game, at least. Like,
yeah.
Much better.
This is still a solid, overwhelming victory at this point, or lead at this point for LMQ, but Cognitive have gone from...
They learned.
Singed at 0 CS at the 3-minute mark coming back to lane, and pretty much across the map there were scores like that. I think Quinn had 3 CS, when Caitlyn had 12 or 13. And there's been a lot of even trades. The level 1 was even relatively even at this game.
Wei Zhao, what are you doing? Oh, he's going to get caught out here. He's going to be slowed by red buff. Double distortion to come through. Pops the passive, goes back onto the other one. They chase the clone out just a little bit. Cocoon comes in. iCanyu gets caught out there by the pink ward bait. They snipe, and they drop as they try to get the ignites through. He flashes away, and actually some really good escapes coming from him. iBUYPOWER clearing out the rest of the wave. We see a lantern to help as well, so iCanyu escapes that 3v1 in a good fashion. Inori, though, may come in for a flank. He's still stealthed up. Actually did get spotted out by a pink ward. So maybe going to head over to that blue side, but they're baroned up on the side of LMQ, and I don't think Cognitive want to fight that.
This game's been going on too long for LMQ. They got stuff to do. Going for the top turret now. Their team fight is not necessarily that exceptional. It's all about the anti-stun, but the thing is their burst is massive. It's the assassination.
That Cocoon forced out the flash and body drop there.
You get hit by a stun, you die because of Wai Zhao's damage, because of the facility's damage, and
that.
No Name himself is also really high DPS.
That's a needlessly large Rod Annie.
Yes.
Usually we see more go like, you know, Talisman of Ascension, McHale's, all the items that you would typically see on a support that's this far ahead. But instead it's Annie. He's got AP. He's going happy. Maybe going to see a DFG or a Death Cap out of him.
Well, let's talk about some of the burst stuff from Annie.
Oh,
Annie's burst combo right now is doing... Wait, really? Was that... Okay, yeah, that was 400 damage just from the Tibbers itself. It's dealing about, if he gets all spells, about 900 damage.
Oh, jeez.
And of course, there's a Tibbers burn. There's the fact that there's a stun involved on that as well. And he's shredding through people. That's across the board, though. That is the big problem. It's everybody doing that much damage. Wai Zhao can burst down pretty much everybody except maybe Renekton at this point.
Dragon Steel possible. Ackerman's in by himself. There are no pink wards around except for the one by Wai Zhao. But I don't think... Inori's not going to look to risk it at all either, so that's going to be the Dragon over to LMQ. They also have the Baron, too, which is not notched up there. And there it is. Third Dragon of the game. Going over to them.
I mean, Baron hasn't been that impactful so far for LMQ. They haven't made the big base objectives yet. However, they will get the iBUYPOWER objective as here comes Ackerman. Lantern might be enough.
Kicks Cocoons. Giant Growth going to come in. He's going to get blown up before he can even click the Cocoon, and Ackerman will pick up the kill on that one. They're going to see the repel away from No Name. Is he going to come down, though, is the question on anybody. No, he's ignited. He backs out. DFG. Tibbers comes in. Inori's going to get sniped, and a bunch of damage comes in from Wai Zhao, who double distortions his way through that fight. Vasily comes in the back. Single drop goes down, and that was pretty funny.
That's DFG Annie coming in from the side, picking up the kills more, giving you MVP this game.
Man.
I don't care if No Name is 7-1-9 has completely dominated the bot lane, but that's just too good.
What are they doing?
They're just surrender vote.
Oh, the surrender vote came
yep.
through? Oh, I didn't see that.
4-1. Fantastic play from LMQ. Cognitive looked better. I mean, they still have 2 subs. It was an improvement.
That was funny.
That was I'm glad LMQ had some fun with this game because that was a fun game to watch. I enjoyed that greatly. It was still a fast game. Both sides showing some respect in some senses, and LMQ just going for the big plays, and they got the big plays.
Cognitive lasted longer this time at least, so
past 20-minute mark.
That's pretty good.
And they surrendered. Last time it was their Nexus going down. This time they could have waited it out.
But that's gonna actually be it for tonight. So we're gonna be getting ready for tomorrow, which is going to be bringing you another 5 amazing games, where it's going to be Email Support taking on LoL Pro, LMQ taking on Cloud9 HyperX Tempest, which is probably going to be the hypest match of the night. You got Cognitive taking on VVV, Super Team NA taking on Curse Academy, and then VVV taking on LoL Pro, as they'll be playing twice tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be excellent. I'm Egad. He's Studio. You can check us all out on Twitter. Check that down below. You can also find Rapid Casting, who's being the amazing cameraman at Rapid Casting, obviously. There's Priya 707 doing production back there. But with that, here at the NACL, we're going all over the place, and we'll see you tomorrow.